So, in this discussion on lookish policy, let me just talk about why lookish policy is very important for India, or the importance of lookish policy or the significance of lookish policy. How lookish policy or how is it playing a crucial role in India's overall scheme of things? Not only in the economic field, even the strategic field, in the national security field. So that is what I would like to look in this discussion. In fact, it is the benefits of lookish policy for India. And it has to be mutually beneficial, I already said, but still for India, we have multiple benefits. So when you look at this importance and significance and the benefits, the first point which comes to my mind is lookish policy is looking towards east, and it plays a very crucial role in the northeast India. In fact, we share, the northeastern states share a 1600 kilometer long boundary with Myanmar. And Myanmar is very much part of ASEAN. So, and we know the northeastern states are not in the best of the development of the country right now. I mean, in fact, there are many development issues, many, insurgency issues, many secessionist tendencies are there, multiple, ethnic groups are there, many of them are in conflict with each other. So, it is not a 100% peaceful and 100% developed region. A long way to go. It's geographically, it is mountainous, it is forested. Various tribal communities are living in this region. There are issues of development, issues of connectivity, issues of unemployment, then insurgency, drug trafficking. In fact, the northeastern states are linked to the Southeast Asian countries. There is a golden triangle. This is from where a lot of drugs enter into, into India, and also even gun running. When the weapons, illegal weapons come to India. So it is our improved relationship and better relationship, better connectivity with Southeast Asia will play a very crucial role in our the security, safety and security of Northeast India. Safety and security of India, and especially Northeast India, because they are directly linked. I mean, Northeast India is directly linked to Southeast Asia and Myanmar, for example. So it has a security and a strategic dimension, a security dimension to India. Because in this lookish policy, because an improved relation will also help in improvement of the northeast. So the security, and also there is an economic development, a development angle. Development. See, an improved relationship with Southeast Asia and ASEAN will definitely help in the development of northeastern states. Development of northeastern states. The infrastructure will improve, employment opportunity will increase, and it has to be sustainable. The trade will increase, the tourism will increase. Trade, tourism, export of goods. Then infrastructure will have to increase, and youth will get a lot of employment. So it can revolutionize the northeastern states in terms of the economic development and prosperity, and providing employment to the region. So it will play a very crucial role in the development of the northeastern states. And one more point I would like to add here is the Southeast Asian region, these states, and from there, the sea lanes, see, it's the Strait of Malacca. And if you look at the, let me just add that map also into this. The Strait of Malacca, just see, you can see in Asia, Asia political, let me see that. See, I have said about the northeastern states, and it is with Myanmar 1600 kilometer long boundary. Now I am talking about from Strait of Malacca, Great Channel, our Andaman Nicobar Islands, the Great Nicobar Islands, and from there it is just across, it is Sumatra and the Great Channel. Through this Great Channel, all the sea routes, the sea lanes, and from Great Channel or rather from Strait of Malacca to, you can see, Gulf of Aden, the entire Indian Ocean. So all the, it's a very strategic location. So India's north, east is very strategically positioned, and from Andaman Nicobar, that is very much part of our country. This Great Channel is a few kilometers away. We can overlook all the ships moving through, Strait of Malacca. So this is a very significant point. So the second point, the third point I would like to add here is a strategic, and this is a strategic location for India. Southeast Asia is strategically positioned. Southeast Asia is strategically positioned, and it is involving in our maritime security. It involves in our maritime security, and any relationship, any good relationship with all these countries will improve our security, because the Bay of Bengal and the what you call Andaman Nicobar Islands are just on the one side of the Great Channel. The Strait of Malacca is one of the busiest trade routes in the world, and it has great strategic connotation for India. So improved relationship with Southeast Asian countries is imperative for India for our strategic and security perspective, the maritime security of India. So that's the third point I would like to add. The fourth point I would like to say here is this, the Indonesia and Malaysia are one of the largest Muslim majority countries in the world. And according to the last census, 2011 census, India has almost 175 million Muslims. India has the second largest Muslim population in the world after Indonesia. And they are quite influential, they are very progressive. These Muslim countries are very progressive, quite developed, education, healthcare are very good, and less influenced by the radical Islam, like what is there in West Asia and all. The Arabian Peninsula and the Arabic influence is comparatively less. And India needs to have, our dialogue with the Muslim countries are very important for India, and it is very important for Indian Muslims also. So Southeast Asian countries, a good relationship with Malaysia and Indonesia, even Brunei, this is also a Muslim majority country. So three of them are Muslim majority. And India has substantial Muslim population, second largest Muslim population in the world. So in the Islamic world, especially in the Organization of Islamic Countries, OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, 51 countries are there. These countries, especially the Southeast Asia, an improved relationship with Indonesia and Malaysia can help us in balancing or countering countries like Pakistan and some of the hostile Islamic countries. So these are liberal Islamic countries, they are moderate Islamic countries, and India also, we have moderate Islam which we are practicing. So it helps in countering Pakistan's propaganda. But unfortunately, our relationship with Malaysia could not improve of late because of our stand in Jammu and Kashmir, our various positions, even in the Citizenship Amendment Act and all. The Malaysians have taken it quite seriously. So we need to understand that we cannot do in isolation within India. Any step taken within India in isolation only for petty politics can be counterproductive internationally. So a good relation with these countries can help us in countering Pakistan also in the Islamic world, because they are great liberal, soft, or rather I will say, liberal Islamic countries, progressive Islamic countries, and Indian Muslims can learn a lot from these countries. So improved relationship with Southeast Asia and look-east policy can help us in countering in the OIC, Organization of Islamic countries and countering Pakistan especially. So that is another advantage. A fifth point I would like to add here is the this helps now. An improved relation or look east policy will help in countering Chinese influence, China in Southeast Asia. In fact, during the Cold War era, we did not have good relations with Southeast Asia. There was a vacuum, and then immediately after that, by 1980s, China could put that right position, or rather, China could influence much better the bilateral trade and the economic activities. The Chinese origin people in Southeast Asia took a lead, and they have great advantage there. And Chinese influence in Southeast Asia is very much visible everywhere, and it is strategically, it is to the disadvantage. More overwhelming Chinese influence in Southeast Asia is strategically not good for India. So, by improving our relationship through look east policy with Southeast Asian countries, with each of them, we are checkmating China. We are able to balance China in Southeast Asia. It is good for Southeast Asian countries also. And this is helping India in increasing our influence in this region, and in the process, the overwhelming Chinese influence is under check. So, we are able to counter China in Southeast Asia. That is a great result, after effect of look east policy. Another point is the between India and Southeast Asia, even though our manufacturing sector is weak, our agriculture sector is in trouble. One good thing about Southeast Asia and India is our economies are in general complementary in nature. Our economies are complementary in nature. It is not competitive. See, what our strength and Southeast Asian countries' strength are not the same. See, if both of us have the same strength, then it becomes competitive economy. Luckily for us, ours is more complementary economy. Our strengths are not always the strength of Southeast Asia and vice versa. See, there are many areas like wheat production, for example. We can India has good wheat production, but Southeast Asian countries may not have that much. But rice maybe, but we are rice consuming. There is nothing much to export and all. But there are various other fields where our strength and Southeast Asian economy strengths are not the same. So we are able to complement each other. See, Buddhist tourism industry, for example, or in general tourism industry. Southeast Asian countries are very strong, so Indian tourists going there. But religious tourism, we can come back. So we are what we are attracting is religious tourism, but in Southeast Asia is attracting the general tourism, beaches and other facilities. But in India, so we are able to bring in tourism, but in a different field, that is the religious tourism part. So like this, there is no competition for the same space. We are not competing for same beach tourism. So there is a complementarity in our bilateral relations. So overall, it is Southeast Asia is progressive. They have good economic growth. They are liberal economies, liberal people, less ethnic and all those things. India can find good. We get good positive vibes. They are not racial in nature against Indians. So because of our historic relationship and all. So overall, there are great advantages for India through this look east policy and improved relation. And as I mentioned, and 6 points I have mentioned here. Number one, a security angle, 1,600 kilometer long boundary with Myanmar, Northeast India security. Second, development of Northeast India can be greatly enhanced because of the improved connectivity and trade and facilities, infrastructure. Number three, Strait of Malacca is a very strategic point. Maritime security is involved in it. Our maritime security is involved in it, Malacca Strait, and it helps in improving our overall strategic position. Number four, great Muslim countries. India need to deal with the Islamic world. 175 million Muslims in India. India can get a lot of help from these countries if we can improve our relationship with these countries. Another big point is we can counter China in Southeast Asia. Also, our economies are complementary in nature. So overall, there are great benefits and advantages for look east policy, and by and large, if you look objectively, we have done a great job in improving the relationship with Southeast Asia, and it is a very successful policy for India, and I will say it's the most successful foreign policy initiative by India, and we are reaping rich dividends, and in future we should reap more dividend, more benefit, as was mentioned earlier, that our bilateral trade in goods and services can double, more than double, to almost $300 billion maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, maybe by 2025. The potential is high, and we should be able to take advantage of this. So it's a great relationship and a great initiative by India when it comes to look east policy and say act east policy.